Okay, first off, I just wanted to congratulate you on getting the fight done. I'm glad that it's finally done. I'm sure everybody is. But
Yeah, thank you.
I wanted to ask you. I read somewhere that you hired like some type of watchdog over USADA to.
No, we didn't hire a watchdog. We have a professional, experienced consultant monitoring the drug testing. It's not a watchdog.
Okay, well, how does that process work? Because in the past, I've read where they want like as limited amount of people around the testing as much as possible.
Well, I don't want to get into the entire scenario of it, but well before we signed the contract for the drug testing, I hired an expert consultant, and they're still on our payroll to this moment.
Okay, and was that something that Floyd's team had to approve of, and USADA as well?
No, why? I don't have to get his permission to hire a consultant. He's not bound by anything the consultant does. So that's your question, though. Floyd doesn't have to approve it. He wasn't even informed of it.
Okay. Now on to the $5 million penalty. Well, like or like the side bet that Floyd and Manny were supposedly like negotiating.
No, this was done. This has been in discussions for 3 weeks. We asked for $5 million. If Manny fails the test, we'll pay them $5 million. If they fail, they pay us. So we were putting our money where our mouth is. They elected not to do it.
Yes, but I remember that actually like coming out before the fight was actually even signed. So I'm just wondering
No,
why wasn't
no,
that in the
no.
contract?
The issue about a penalty for drug testing was never brought up prior to the first contract being signed.
But it was leaked out into the public because I actually asked Freddie Roach about it before
Well,
the fight was official.
but we've never discussed it formally with the other side. Give me my bag. But we knew there was going to be a secondary contract with the drug testing company, so there was no big deal whether. Who cares what contract they went in? It's just a question. You pay $5 million to people.
I'm sorry, can you speak up a little bit? I can't hear you.
It's a simple issue. Are you willing to pay us $5 million? Because we're willing to pay you $5 million. Very simple.
Okay. And now Aram's stance on it has been like kind of confusing because I remember at the press conference he said he wasn't really down with this deal because in the
Well,
event.
number one, I don't work for Aram, and Manny don't work for Aram. Number two, when Aram made that statement at the press conference in L.A., that was the first we ever heard of it.
Okay.
But I don't want to get in a pissing contest with Aram. He's our promoter, so it's not even an issue at this point.
Okay. Now I just want to ask you.
Of course, our lawyers have correspondence from Floyd's lawyers dated yesterday that they denied to enter into the agreement with us. But it's a simple thing.
Okay. So if either man, if either man were to test positive, what kind of penalties would there be?
I'm sorry, what?
If either man were to test positive, if any, what kind of penalty would there be? Would the fight still go on?
The state of Nevada is going to. They have the option of imposing a hefty fine and suspending you. The drug testing company in the contract we signed, they have the ability to suspend a dirty fighter for 4 years. So, but you got to remember when the state of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. when he got fined $800,000 for smoking pot, that doesn't go to the opponent. That goes all to the commission.
Okay. All right.
Understand how that works?
Yes, I get it. Now, just lastly, before I let you go, I know both networks have said that there's.
But again, here's our dismay. They've been talking about us being dirty for years with no evidence. And so now Manny wanted to put the money where the mouth is. We put up $5 million, but they don't want to go for it. So
Now, is there any specific reason why this was not negotiated in the contract at all, or like?
but you're misquoting what I said. It wasn't negotiated in the first contract. It was we were negotiating it prior to signing the drug testing contract. This is a drug testing issue between the fighters. Why would we have to put it in the main contract?
I mean, because like it would seem that you would want to get all that out of the way before like the fight was done.
No, when you're negotiating the main contract, you want to get all the major points done so you can make the fight happen. Then you can bicker. That's the we can again argue all day long. Where should this clause be in the main contract, secondary contract, or should it be a separate addendum? But what the hell's the difference? You either pay $5 million or you don't.
Okay, I get you.
I don't know why people are making a big deal out of it. Well, thank God they're not saying we just sprung it on them yesterday.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I originally heard it like in mid-February before the contract was even signed.
No, I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble, and I don't know why Ellerby's going off his rocker. It's a very simple thing. Why didn't you sign it? Because we don't want to cooperate with you, or was some other reason? I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Michael. Lastly, before I let you go, I just wanted to ask. Both networks have already said there's not going to be a 24/7 or all access, but they have said that there's
No,
going to be
what the networks have done, Showtime will produce a 1-hour special on Floyd, and HBO will produce a 1-hour special on Manny.
Yes, and I wanted to ask, like, when should we expect those to air?
I can find out. You can call me back in a week or so. I'm expecting that those will probably air the week before the fight.
Okay.
But I'm not positive.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Michael.
Yeah, thank you.